it's Katie and welcome back to my channel. If you're new, you can subscribe. The button is always down below, but today I'm just enjoying today's video really quick. But I filmed a declutter actually yesterday in real time, and I didn't intro it because I had kind of like a declutter my life makeup free day yesterday, so I decided that I would intro it now. But I just kind of went through my collection and I decluttered anything that I just don't love anymore, or anything I'm not using or I don't like. And some of the things were lately if not used, so I did list some of them on Mercari. I will link the link to it down below if you do want to check it out. But yeah, some of the stuff is on there. It's sanitized already, lightly used, just waiting for it to be bought and just waiting to be bought. So if you would like to check those things out, I'll leave the link down below so you can check it out. And stuff, I know Mercari is more trickier because you can't necessarily follow people easier as you can on Poshmark, and I have older stuff that I do have a list on Poshmark, so I'll try to leave that link down below. But I don't think I'm gonna put this stuff on Poshmark because I've been enjoying Mercari more, and Depop stopped working for me a long time ago. I've only sold like one thing on there years ago and stuff, but that's besides the point. But anyways, let's just get right into it and see what I'm decluttering and what I'm working with. Okay, so I haven't filmed one of these in a while, but I figured I would do it again just because I feel like there are things in my drawers that I don't necessarily like. The big part of this video will be the liquid lipsticks, but I'll probably save that for last. So the first thing is skincare. It's not necessarily makeup, but I did want to mention it. I will be getting rid of my Kate Somerville Oil for Moisturizer that we got in a Fun a couple months ago. I think it was causing MF for me, and that's something I'm trying to treat, so I did look it up on the CZO website. So I will be getting rid of this. This will likely go on Poshmark since I only used it like once or twice. Next thing I want to get rid of is this Amani foundation. I just don't really like it. Like, I liked it at first, but then I think it was like breaking me out. I just don't think it's right for my skin, so I will be getting rid of that. As for my Thrive foundation, I'm actually almost out of this, so I'm gonna just keep using it. Same with the NYX. That one I'm lower on. These are like my go-to everydays. This Be Bright illuminating concealer I am going to keep. It's a mini and I'm like almost there with it. And then the ColourPop, that's my favorite concealer, at least one of them. Then I also have this Amani pot concealer in there. Just looks like this, and I'm gonna keep testing this out. I actually haven't used it in a while. I'm gonna clean it up and then use it up, and I'm also gonna clean up the drawer and stuff. And then we have my Pure powder, which I love. Got that on sale at Ulta. I also have the Glossier primer for the mornings that I really like. And then other primers, I have the Amani. This is their I forget what it's actually called, 7-in-1 primer. I'm gonna get rid of that as well. These two will also be up on Poshmark or Mercari, one of those sites. I'll leave my links down below. And then I have a bunch of minis. So I have First Aid Beauty, which they're not cruelty free anymore, so I will be using that one up, probably in a project pan. I also have a Ciate that I just got in Ipsy, and then I also have a Cosmetics. These are not my holy grail primers, but I will be using them up and stuff. Actually, I'm almost out of a full-size primer, so once that happens, I'll try to use these up. And I'm gonna clean up this drawer and then put everything back in. Then we'll go through the next drawer. Okay, and then I have my blush and highlight drawer, and I will admit this drawer has gotten a little gray, but honestly I don't think we'll be getting rid of anything in this drawer, but we're gonna go through it anyways. So this over highlight that I picked from Ipsy a couple months ago in Covent Garden, which I love. It's such a pretty shade. I also just got this Seraphine Botanicals one in Natural Radiance, I think it's called. It just looks like that, and it's super pretty. Also had this Estate one I got in Ipsy. Had a couple ColourPop Super Cheeks that I really like. I have On the Cusp, which I plan on panning. And I also have the OG, which is Flexitarian. Love both of those. Got this one in Ipsy a few months ago, and it's not one I've used a ton, but I do think it's a pretty blushed up shade, so I'm keeping that. I'm telling you, I'm probably going to be keeping all of these. This one's from e.l.f. It's the Cloud Highlighter. I used this in my recent everyday makeup routine, so if you want to check that out. I used it a little differently than people normally use stuff like this, but if you want to check it out, it is in that video. I have this Tarte Exposed. I haven't used it in a while, but I do like it. So that's what that looks like. Then I have this elephant heart. I don't even know if they sell this anymore. Some coffee and cream. Definitely will be keeping that. Becca, quartz, I believe, just like a pinky highlight. I'm not gonna open every single one. Milk, I also have a rose gold one, which I'm not crazy on this, but I think I just have to find the good way to use it where I don't use that much because it can get too glittery too fast. Pure nude. An old Pixie and Aspen. This one doesn't even have the name on it. That's how old it is. It just has Pixie on it. Aspen's name has rubbed off, so just because it's been in makeup bag. I have this Tarte like 3 thing where you like flip it and then you have your blush, bronzer, and highlight. Love that thing. Then I have this one for bronzer, which I wasn't crazy about, but I think I'm going to keep it around for now. It's in the shade Americano. I also have my Amazing highlight, which I believe they don't sell anymore, but I will be keeping this because I love it. I have my Natasha Denona. I love some of my Tarte blushes, which now I have Exposed. I have Listen. I have Party, which I think I've had pan on, pretty sure. Risque. And then I have this also bronzer from Tarte and stuff in Park Ave Princess. It's like a matte. They have like a matte and then they have a shimmer. Sorry, the camera is not focusing. One thing I think I am going to get rid of is this Too Faced Love Blush, which really pains me, but I've just haven't used it in a long time. Used it in the video makeup I haven't used in a while video, not that long ago, but I think I am gonna part ways with this one just because I don't love it as much as I used to. I'll swatch it for you. That's kind of what it looks like, and it's just not a shade I really go for anymore, not even in the fall and winter time. And then everything else in this drawer I am going to keep. I'm just going to reorganize everything so it looks a lot neater. Okay, this is looking a lot neater. Now I have all my blushes, so I can have all my blushes kind of in another spot, so I can just read the names and pick them up that way. And then I put even my bronzer I put there, put my 2 bronzers there, but that actually might just put this one here so I can be with all my Tarte stuff. That's how this drawer is organized, and it looks a lot better. Now I just have to keep it this way. This is my eye drawer, and I actually went through this recently, and I think I'm just going to keep it the same of how it is. I think I might maybe reorganize, but I think I am going to be keeping everything in here just because it's like all stuff I typically do use, and it's all newer stuff. So this drawer won't really change. It'll just be kept the way it is, and it's mostly just minis and my everyday eye. So this is like all eyeshadow from primer to glitter glue. Then this is all eyeliners, mascaras, and brows. I think this looks a lot better. And then of course I have my small single eyeshadow collection. Then I also have these, which are single eyeshadows from ColourPop Super Shocks, which I need to clean, but that's not gonna be a today job. And so it's a lot more organized. Now palettes wise, you guys know that I will not be getting rid of any palettes. I reorganized my palettes recently, so all my smaller palettes are in this drawer. And you know, I'm more into panning than I am to selling palettes unless I can get like a good deal for it. So my palettes will not be going per usual. So yeah, I have my limited edition and bigger palettes in this drawer. Yeah, now we're gonna go on to my lips, which are in one of my vanity drawers. I have 3 face palettes here. I have my Makeup Geek and Kathleen Lights from 16, I believe. Then I have the Tarte Pro Glow, which I haven't used these in a while. And then the Profusion. I like all those, but I just don't use them on the daily basis, so they stay in this drawer. Then I have an assortment of lipsticks and stuff, and these I need to go through. A couple lip liners, lipstick type stuff. Okay, I'm gonna keep all the lip products. Lip liners I was kind of iffy about because I don't really love all these colors, but I think for now I'm gonna keep them. These ones just in here, and then these ones I think I'm gonna try and put my lip organizer. I can't really decide about this one. I know the lighting is horrible, but it's the Macadar lip, and I just can't decide if I want to keep this or not. It's really pretty, but I just don't know. I think for now I'll try to keep it, maybe. these are all my liquid lipsticks that I really don't use, so I'm going to take them out and look at them. So the stuff on the bottom row I do think I am going to keep. Well, actually I know I'm going to keep. I have my glitters. I have 5 glitters. These 2 are Stila. This is e.l.f. This is ColourPop. And this is Shadow Sense, Lip Sense, you know that brand and stuff. My mom gave it to me. I would never buy it from them myself. Then I have this Anastasia gloss I'll probably use up eventually, and then the Tarte gloss, which I love. I definitely will be using that up. And then I have the gloss from Seraphine Botanicals, I think. Yep, I really like it. So those are like my most usable glitters I hardly use, but other than that, then I kind of organize everything in categories. So there's ColourPop, there's some of my lip scents. I have Baby Akira, the little lip thing she did a long time ago. I have Sephora, Anastasia, Tarte, Smashbox, Stila, Bare Minerals. You can tell I definitely love those at a time. Kat Von D, we don't like Kat Von D, so I probably will end up getting rid of these. Plus I never even was a huge fan of her liquid lipstick. I didn't really find it lasted like they said. I have this glaze and stuff, so this one I know I'm gonna keep. This one's a very comfortable liquid lipstick and stuff. It honestly feels like just really nice, so I will be keeping that. And all the minis I will keep just because I can't really find myself selling mini products, so those I will keep. These I do think I will be getting rid of, and then these I have to go through as well. I'm thinking I will get rid of this red, which it's glittery on the bottom because I used to keep it in my cup. Definitely clean that off, but I never wore this, I believe, so I will be passing this one along. It's a just red limited edition shade, which I don't like. Then I have Swank, which I think is another dark color. And actually this one's dried up. I just swatched it and it's very chunky and dry. Like usually when you go into liquid lipstick, it's very liquidy. This was not liquidy at all, so this will be going straight in the garbage. Then we have, what does that one say? Friendship. I always liked this color, so I'm gonna have to re-swatch it. Honestly, it looks a little different than I remember it. Maybe I'm thinking of a different color. Maybe I'm thinking of this one. Yeah, I have Frenemy and Friendship. I always remember liking the color Slay. I definitely have to swatch these and make sure they're still like the formula that they were. This one is also dried up and it's also black on the inside, so that's wonderful. But I probably had these for, I don't even know how many years at this point, maybe 7, so they're probably expired. That one's going on this rest too. I better swatch this one. I still like the color and it still feels nice, but I gotta make sure it's okay. So these are the only ones that have survived and stuff, which is fine and stuff. The other ones were very old. Gonna keep Tarte. That one's still looking good. I'm gonna test out these ones. We got, what do we got? This one's called Catnip, and then we have this color, which is a nude, which is super pretty. Yeah. So I put my favorite lip gloss or lipsticks next to my lip gloss. I put every one that I liked. I still have a lot of liquid lipsticks, but my goal is to attempt to pair through them and stuff. I have 2 other liquid lipsticks that I will be keeping at least for now and stuff. I want to work through them and stuff just because I paid the money on them, so might as well. But I actually didn't declutter too much, which might be a failure to some people, but to me something is something. Yeah, and I'd rather keep stuff in the collection I actually like, but I actually ended up decluttering these 2. Well, I'm gonna throw them in the trash because they're just terrible. So dry. And then these I will be decluttering to friends or selling on Mercari, so I'll leave all my links down below so you can check me out on there and possibly purchase some of these stuff and stuff. All this is obviously lately used, if not just swatched, so I'll leave it up on there. And yeah, I'm really impressed with how this went. So if you enjoyed this declutter, give it a thumbs up. Maybe I'll do some in the future. Be sure to leave me a comment down below and be sure to subscribe if you're already. But yeah, thank you so much for watching this declutter, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.